And what's up, everybody? We're back with TFI, the Filmmakers Infomercial, another episode to give you the content that you all love and need in your life, alright? Now, this past weekend, saw a great movie. Obviously, I kind of shouted it out past couple weeks, and I'll get into that in a second. But first, I've been watching some dope trailers, stuff that I'm pretty stoked. It's going to be coming out in the future, movies that I think will be really great or just, kind of like the vibe of it. But first, obviously, 2 weeks from today at midnight, Stranger Things Season 4, alright? Now, I already told you how hyped I am about this, and if you're a Stranger Things fan, you're probably pretty hyped about this as well. I will probably be calling out from work that day. Thursday? Yeah. Thursday. I'll be calling out work Thursday because I'll be binge watching all 8 episodes. And yeah, I just gotta get that content in. It's been like 4 years, and I've been waiting. I think we've all been waiting, and I'm pretty stoked on that. So 2 weeks out, people, mark your calendars. But so let's jump right in. So there's a couple trailers that I've seen lately that I'm also pretty stoked about, movies that are coming out. First one is Hustle. The first trailer I think dropped like maybe a couple months ago, but they just had like an updated trailer. It's the Adam Sandler movie about basketball. Basketball, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest. I like watching basketball. I wasn't a diehard basketball fan growing up, but I love a good sports movie. I love a good Adam Sandler movie. And obviously, the cast is littered with NBA stars and obviously great actors. So yeah, pretty hyped on that. That looked like a great trailer. It's probably gonna be a fun movie to watch. So I can't wait for that one. I think that one comes out in June, I believe. So yeah, that one will be fun. The one that I was pretty stoked about that just came out, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, Avatar number 2. I think it's the water, the way of the water. I think that's what it's called. Avatar, the way of the water. Avatar, the way of the water. Yes, the way of the water. Now, you want to talk about a movie that's been in the making for a while. This one's like easily like 10 plus years in the making. I mean, I think when did the original one come out? Avatar 2009. So yeah, literally 10 years in the making. Obviously, we all remember that movie. $1 billion box office, was smash hit. Everyone I think loved it. I won't make a stupid statement. I think a lot of people love that movie. And nonetheless, number 2 is coming this December. So that'll be a fun movie to watch come this December. Pretty stoked to watch that trailer. It got me pretty hyped on that one. The world is expanding, and let's just say everyone's a little older and looks looks like it's gonna get a little more gnarly up in his house. Lastly, I saw another one that was pretty hyped on. No, nothing else. Oh, I guess Weird Al Yankovic has a movie coming out about him. It looks interesting. Daniel Radcliffe, of all people. He kind of looks like Weird Al, but, it'll be interesting. Looks like it's coming out on, like, Roku. If you have a Roku TV, I guess you watch it. I don't know how I'm going to find it to watch, but nonetheless, that looks like an interesting movie. And obviously, there's a bunch of other trailers that I watched that I'll probably sprinkle in the next couple episodes. But nonetheless, let's jump in. What I saw this weekend in theaters. Now, I've said it. You can see it right there. I'm a Marvel guy, all right? Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness came out last weekend, and it did not disappoint. Let me tell you, all right? There's one scene that happens, and let's just say, all the Marvel fans, everyone started cheering, like, yeah, when they saw, like, everyone was hyped about this movie. If you are a Marvel fan, if you're not, it's a trippy movie to watch in itself, but I saw it in 3D with my brother, and I kind of sat a little too close to the theater, so it kind of my eyes kind of hurt. So maybe see it first in standard, but 3D is also a pretty cool experience to watch it in. Just get a little bit further back from the screen so you don't your eyes don't go all wonky haywire. But yeah, that was a great movie. Loved it. And yeah, we're on to the next one. Marvel, boom, gives you one movie. Got another one coming out in a couple months. So, nonetheless, I digress. We are going into this week's recommendations, all right? Now, this first movie, it's called Good Time. It came out in 2017, about an hour 40 long. The first major... it didn't have a major studio release. I think it got released in the studio system, I should say, by Benny and Josh Safdie. If you saw Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, the guys that wrote and directed that, this is their first big movie that kind of brought them I would say brought them. It put them on the map. The story goes that this was played at Cannes Film Festival, and they got a 7-minute standing ovation. Now, I don't think we all understand how long 7 minutes of clapping is, but it was that hype of a movie. I saw it, I think, 2018. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Robert Pattinson stars in it. Kills it. Just totally such a role that you would not expect him to play. I'll just give you the log line. After a botched bank robbery, lands his younger brother in prison. Connie Nicholas, I think, that's Robert Pattinson, embarks on a twisted odyssey through New York City's underworld to get his brother Nick out of jail. Nick is actually played by Benny Safdie, one of the director-writers. Can't recommend this movie enough. Like I said, it had that hype at Cannes, which is obviously one of the most premier and historic film festivals. It's a good watch. It's high intensity. It definitely, you can understand why Benny and Josh Safdie, when they made Uncut Gems, that hype was there for that movie. And I think they're probably the next wave of filmmakers that are going to be they should have been nominated for an Oscar, in my opinion, for Uncut Gems. Love that movie. But yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot more, in my opinion, in the coming years, probably in our lifetime, about Benny and Josh Safdie. They make great films. So first one, Good Time. I believe it's on Netflix. Great watch. I think you should watch it. So next one. Watch this one. This is actually a mini series, 4-episode series documentary. I just watched Sunday and Monday, 2 episodes a night. It's called Meltdown, 3 Mile Island. Now, for some of you, I honestly, I've heard 3 Mile Island in conversations on podcasts, but I never really understood what it was. But pretty much, 3 Mile Island was a nuclear plant in Pennsylvania that had a meltdown disaster. Nothing, obviously, of what Chernobyl or Fukushima, but it had a lasting impact on America. Now, I love documentaries because I think, in my opinion, you have to have a balance of, fact and fiction, what is real and what is fake, sci-fi, whatever you want to. But it's a great documentary. I honestly, like I said, I did not know about this whole entire. I've only heard it. I was very fascinated by it. Nuclear power is obviously, one of those kind of political things that some people are for, some people are against. But I highly recommend this documentary. It's a good watch. It's very interesting, intriguing, and it kind of shows you, what can happen when there's, I won't say malpractice, but when there's people that are cutting corners to make a profit. It's based around one of the guys in it is one of the guys that worked for or came in to clean up the disaster, and they call it a disaster because it was, but if you look it up, it's nothing like Chernobyl or Fukushima in the explosion nature, but it was a very major meltdown in the late 70s. Very, very good documentary, very intriguing, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's always good to learn something new historically about the world, and yeah, can't recommend this one up. I very thoroughly enjoyed it. Last but not least, so I just started this one yesterday. All right, this is Tuesday, so this is Wednesday. This one's on Amazon Prime. Now, for all the fans of Yellowstone, I looked at the show and I was like, oh, it looks like it's a ripoff. But I talked to someone at work and they're like, no, it's a very good show. So it's called Outer Range. Oh, and by the way, Meltdown is on Netflix. Outer Range. It's an Amazon Prime show starring Josh Brolin. He plays the dad, obviously, a Kevin Costner role. And it's a sci-fi twist of kind of the Yellowstone nature, if you will. You got that same kind of butting heads between ranchers, the Yellowstone Ranch or whatever. Like theirs is called the what is it? What's their ranch called? What's their family name? The Abbott Ranch. The Abbott Ranch. I'm 4 episodes in and I'm hooked. It's a good show. It's got that. I'm a sci-fi guy. I think I've said before. It's got that sci-fi element to it. And yeah, westerns are back, baby. I'll give you a quick logline of it. A rancher fighting for his land and family discovers an unfathomable mystery at the edge of Wyoming's wilderness. So while Yellowstone is Montana, this one's obviously in Wyoming, and it's a good show. It's kind of a little bit of a slow burn, not like so much of a slow burn, but not, I guess, as intense as Yellowstone is. I'm sure there's going to be multiple seasons of this show, but it is a head scratcher, not a head scratcher in a bad way, but you're kind of like, okay, this is an interesting aspect. This is they're taking Greek mythology into it, like, where this mystery and sci-fi comes from. And then also it's just like, the rancher, cowboy style is in right now. Westerns are back, baby. You know what I mean? Like, people growing their hair out, throwing cowboy hats on. Like, it's just, that's what's playing right now in the TV world, at least. These quality TV shows that are coming out. So that one's called Outer Range. Like I said, it's on Amazon Prime. I can't tell you much more about. I mean, like I said, the first 4 episodes in, I'm like, okay, where is this going? And I believe I'm not sure how many there are. Right now, I only see 8 episodes. I think it comes out every Friday. I'm not sure if it's a 10-episode series. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be pounding out those last 3 or 4 within the next couple of days. And yeah, I like it a lot. I think you guys will like it too. If you're, like I said, if you're a fan of Yellowstone, fan of sci-fi, it's like a just a nice little concoction for you. So that's it. That's it for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week. I don't know if I'm going to see it. I might see a new movie this weekend. We don't know. But I'll see you next week, all right? Peace.